Arjun, I heard you are very influenced by your grandfather. How do you remember it?
We've always looked up at him as a very hardworking person. I always looked up to him because his journey was very inspiring. It motivated me quite a lot from absolutely nothing, losing his father at a very young age, taking up a lot of responsibilities, and um, going through life as it came to him. I think, and then also he did have a soft corner for me. Everybody would be really frustrated about me not doing well in academics or and 8वीं क्लास में नंबर कितना है 9वीं क्लास में नंबर कितना है वो बोर्ड्स में क्या हुआ. So there was all of this thing going on around me, and my head was into sports and into outdoors and into doing something with my hands and two legs. So he would always say, अरे खिलाड़ी आदमी है, तो कुछ ना कुछ तो कर ही लेगा. so so unfortunately, after my summit of Lhotse, uh, he passed away, and that was very, very, very sad feeling. But I was very glad that at least he was able to see me doing something which I like doing and not suffer. At least while all the time he was with us. Um, I think it was very. I was very happy that at least he saw me do something which I loved doing, and I wanted to make him feel proud of myself. And at least I was able to do that in my lifetime.
It is very important to have a very strong family support. How do you bond with your family? Who gives you mental and emotional support?
I think both, all of them play a very, very strong ecosystem. I think the kind of pressures which I put them through. I think my sister, my father, and my mother, all of them have veins of steel. So because I keep testing their nerves in all directions, whether I'm on the mountain or whether I'm not on the mountain. I make sure that I'm testing their nerves to the limits because I am a little funny fellow in everyday life. Don't comply by the normal, usual social norms of, or I try to at least place myself outside it. They all get applied to all of us when we're out there. But in our houses, at least we try to be whosoever we dream of being, right? Always. So I think I get a little too crazy, and they're very loving and they're very supporting to have let me do what I do, still with all the craziness, and let me be as crazy as I can. And still, they might not accept a lot of things, but they support everything. And that is why I consider that I can talk to my parents about anything. I can talk to my family about anything. I am mentally fit because I have people like them back at home, where I don't need to stress about um, am I expressing my love towards them or not. It is just there, and they are very relaxed parents. As they are very very supporting. They support whatever I have to do, and only because of them, I think I was able to do what I did also from the last 10 years, which I've been doing. I think without their support, it would be stupid to say. Just not my parents, my sister played her very important role in being there when I used to get angry with my parents. Or
As it is very common in every family having sibling rivalry, do you still fight with your sisters? होता है क्या बहन के साथ झगड़ा अभी भी?
but it's more calmer. It's not that I will say I'm going to leave the house and whatnot. No, it's more relaxed now. It's more acceptable.
बहन के साथ होता है झगड़ा अभी भी?
Abhi bhi, irritation is equal. It's more now. It's more matured fights, but the fights are still there. And I think it अच्छा रहता है, नया खून बनता रहता है सब.
Arjun, let's talk about your first crush and second love. We all know about your first love. Let's hear something about your second love.
Okay. First crush and second love. First crush was in school for sure. Didn't end up very well. She was a very hep girl, very famous girl, and I was a nobody. But then I see people change around me at a very young age, and I don't blame that particular person also with anything. It was just that age when you're trying to be too ideal and stuff like that. So that was my first crush. Second love is, I think, mountains only for
No,
sure,
no, no,
because
no, no, no. Now you are playing foul. I asked second love, not first love.
so second love.
I got you trapped there.
so so second love was, I think, mountains only, sir, for
ओके,
sure.
एग्रीड। तो चलो एक हम मान लेते हैं माउंट एवरेस्ट, दूसरा कोई होगा
नहीं नहीं नहीं, उसका तमिल
अन्नपूर्णा
से हो
मान
गया,
लिया।
फिर मकालू हो गया, तो ऐसे नहीं नहीं, सेकंड थर्ड फोर्थ लव हो चुके हैं अभी.
With your kind of big success, big fan following, coupled with singing skills, you could have been big Casanova, Arjun. I must say, some very unfortunate girls. When are you going to break big news to your parents? Yes, I do indicate to that good news only, the marriage.
I think let's see. I kind of keep cracking this joke with my parents that uh, मेरी wedding में किसी को invite. I don't like very, as usual, I don't like doing very traditional stuff. So to be very frank, I've told my parents that uh, you cannot invite anybody to the wedding. You will be invited to the wedding. So which is obviously not taken very well. I also do it just out of pulling their leg, but I'm not a very traditional. Otherwise, I have utmost respect for all the traditions and everything, the scientific reasons behind it, and I try to respect that. But I think I am more of a very shy, private person. So
When a young man like you has achieved so much at such a young age, you must be having big fan following and large friend circle.
no, 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 not at all. No, not so many friends. As I said, I have very still not like, because of my profession, and I keep traveling and I have to meet children, and already I am done with making new friends. So I have my some school friends from the time of I went to school, and some colony friends. So we are in total 4 5 of us. Rest well because I have to work out every day quite a lot, and I focus more on the basic things like my food, my daily habits, trying to have a better relationship with my father and my mother, trying to earn the moolah because cannot be disconnected from money at such a young age also, which I did get a long time ago. But now I feel that I have understood the value of money as well, and more than understanding the value of it, trying to just conquer one of the many. That is another mountain which I think which one needs to conquer, and only when you have it you can actually say no to it. With that is what I keep my head, and I keep moving forward to not so much of to not much of a social animal.
Tell me, Arjun, whose idea was it to have house in the mountains? I'm surprised and find it very clever of your parents that they now, from plains, gone to mountains, and a mountain man like you is compelled to stay in plains in city. Whose idea was it in any way?
If you know my father, he likes to do things with his own way and with his own choice. So he did everything, which was amazing. I was busy with a couple of more commercial projects which I had picked up for mountaineering, and most of the time I was here only. Completely, I must say that the entire Mountain House project was founded by dad, led by dad, helped by mother. Definitely, she was there supporting him through and through, but all credit goes to father, from scouting the location, from doing all the paperwork, to actually going about constructing the house, then innovating, literally putting his head with the laborers every day, standing on the head of each mistri, no contractors in between. So I think that is like he is so crazy at that age, at 60, that I have to justify my existence every day. He and now mother and father mostly enjoy their time over there. They don't like coming back to Noida or Delhi. So good for them. And I being the mountaineer, I end up spending more time in the city than they being city folks. And now going completely back. And now my father is Papa, Mummy, Papa, pata nahi, they are growing so many vegetables. They have now we had 3 cows. Now they've reduced it to 1 cow, and they have chickens and whatnot. So they're enjoying the farm life now over there. I think I try to climb the mountains outside to be able to climb that mountain within. Um, the mountains outside give me a space and an environment in which I can push my limits. Like I like going back to the mountains because they make me feel like a product of evolution. Like like my upright spine, my brain, my survival instinct, my
But
circumstances as such, there is a sentimental aspect of it for sure. But most of the time, it's all in your head. It's your psyche. It's with the your mood the day you wake up. I feel it's all inside you. Nature does not have emotions like this. It has what it has. It will be rough and windy. It has been going on being rough and windy for so many years, so many millions of years, even before we existed, and will continue to do so even when we don't exist. So it is not doing anything. This is just our brain, our thoughts, which make us think about all of these things. Thoughts, when you have a thought, then it leads to a certain emotion. So positive thoughts lead to positive emotions. Negative thoughts will lead to negative emotions. I'm not even a bathroom singer, but I try to sing sometimes.
so prove me
I
wrong.
thought
Prove me wrong.
so. We can sing. Uh, we can sing Brian Adams somewhere. No, we can sing Hindi song. I like this one also. एक अजनबी हसीना से यूं मुलाकात हो गई फिर क्या हुआ ये
ये
ना
ना
पूछो
पूछो.
कुछ ऐसी बात हो गई. So heading back to Everest in a way for me also is that I have always had this barrier in my head to be able to climb a mountain above 8,000 meters without the use of supplementary oxygen. There are very few mountaineers in the world which actually practice doing this. It's a more purer way of attempting the mountain. It's a more bare way of attempting the mountain. Let's say you keep pushing your limits till the time you get very much down to the act. So I think this is the bone of mountaineering where you do not use the supplementary oxygen and you try and really push the limits on the mountain physically even more. I think there are some Indians from the Indian Army which have attempted this mountain this way, but according to the Himalayan database, it is not very clear that whether they were completely successful or not. Because in order to successfully climb Everest without oxygen, you cannot share tents also with people who are using supplementary oxygen. Because that so this is also another dream which I have, to put India in that elite group of mountaineers where even an Indian, I can say that yes, even our people are capable of climbing Everest without oxygen. Because I think there are less than 10 countries in the world which can actually take the claim.
Any witness to see that you are going without oxygen?
So my team is there. For example, there'll be a base camp team, there'll be a Sherpa along with me who will be coming all the way to the summit. So and it's about also when mountaineers go to such extreme places, it's the mountain which I'm trying to climb inside my own
True.
self. It's not somewhere outside which I'm trying to prove or to show it to someone. So um, the I can lie about it for a couple of days, but I will live the rest of my life not knowing how it feels to stand on top of the world without any aid. So
That
I
is.
think as long as the head hits the pillow and you know who you are and what you want from life, you will not get involved in all of these things.
With all those glorious victories and success, you have few setbacks. And I often think when things ought to go right, it appears that everything is aspiring for your success. And when things are destined to go wrong, then everything appears to be conspiring against you. What success means to you, and how someone can achieve success? What are the ingredients of success?
One country's soldiers, another country's terrorist. So
True.
it is true. It is very unfortunate, but that is what we humans do. We draw boundaries and whatnot, and then it's all about perspective. So is it in the mountains. An avalanche down when I'm standing at base camp is wonderful. So because for me, next time I go, the chances of an avalanche is less. But the same avalanche for a person who's standing right at the bottom of it is going to be fatal because he's over there. So depends on where you stand from and you look at the same thing happening. I think there is no as such ingredient. You have to keep trying really hard at multiple fronts. You have to put out multiple traps, let's say, and only you have to only wait for the right one to click once. You only have to be right once, but you for you to be right once, you'll have to try for sure 100 of different times. So there is no key ingredient. You have to be for sure persistent. Second thing which would comes into my mind is that you have to be compassionate for other people. If you're not ready to understand what that other person has gone through or where is he coming from or what is his background and why does he think if he thinks in a certain way or she thinks in a certain way, you're not going to make it very far in life. Third thing which I would say is having a vision, is having a larger picture which is guiding your immediate goals. One must have a vision. One must not just look out for survival and try to stay afloat. As the trends keep changing, they will change. One tries so hard to blend in that they forget who they really are. So don't try to follow trends. Um, be persistent with your dream. Believe in yourself. People will keep coming and telling you that it's not possible. Don't let the small people in life come in and tell you what your destiny holds for you. Be persistent, be compassionate to others, and have a vision. And I think these three things can make anything possible.